Hello there, all you fabulous phantoms. I am GhostUrsa, your host, and welcome to my haunting hour. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm sorry I missed Monday. That's just kind of how it happens. You know how it is in real life. But today is the day we are going to continue our adventures with Doki Doki Literature Club. That's my hope anyway. So let's sit back, relax, grab something to eat, and I hope that you all enjoy yourselves, because I hear this is the second half of the game, and it's going to become one wild ride. So, something's wrong with the chat, though. I don't know why chat's not available today. That's kind of weird, Phantom. So, let me see if I can refresh my page, my screen a little bit here. Otherwise, something's wrong with YouTube. It's going to be a very quiet chat today. Come on, YouTube. Why is chat not available? That is just weird. Alright, I'm gonna take a peek at that real quick, just to make sure. Oh, I bet you it's probably because the viewership restrictions. I put viewership restrictions on here because this is supposed to get dark really, really fast. So I don't know why, and maybe that's why the live chat isn't off. But that would be weird. I remember having it on before. So, I guess you guys all just get to hear my reactions live this time. Live. Okay, so, in any case, before I get distracted any farther into the weeds, let's start moving here. We gotta do the new day's worth of puzzle real quick and see what happens together. I have just gonna pick as many words as I can. Sunset. Unrequested. How about determination? Yeah, big words. Climax? I like that word. The good part of a story, if nothing else. And how about judgment? Anxiety? After image? Okay. Tenacious. Holiday. Atone. I like that one too. Captive. Jump. Ooh, dream. Skirt, love. I still have no idea if this is skirt like you wear or skirt like getting around something. How about skirts? Essence. Fear the Doki Doki. Okay. Infallible. I like that one. Oof. Embrace. And how about forgiveness? Because I got a feeling this is supposed to be the bad stuff is happening. Forgiveness and comfort. Okay. Let's get on to the weird stuff, Phantoms. On to the weird stuff. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again? Don't worry. I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have had a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out. Sayori, all of a sudden. Monica, didn't they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people. Oh, I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon-ika. Huh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. What? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Okay, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me, where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything all right? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sorry, Sayori shows me a big smile. I can just see it. Did they have to actually write it in there? I don't know. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, all right, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Hey, what's up? This might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into this a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. You think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked, she's really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it. Sorry, need some water. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club mates, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. Wait, me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else. Oh, she's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has always been. Huh. You're so funny. Have you thought that maybe you're always seeing her as so cheerful? Because that's how she is when she's around you? Oh, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I don't mean to jump to conclusions. You should just forget what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. All right, I guess. She smiles meaningfully. Is she? I see cold, dead eyes. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I want to be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to her and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit by myself. I know that's not what they said. I'm paraphrasing. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Well, that's what friends are like. And you worry, especially when they're suffering from depression. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. We have to exchange poetry again? Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. All right. Let's make sure Sayori's okay, so I'm going to talk to her first. It's nice, I guess. Oh, come on. I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Well, good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you. Sayori? Are you? Yeah, this is going to end terribly, isn't it? I'm going to watch you like a hawk. Is there something wrong? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. You and me both, sister. You and me both. All right. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. You make it sound like I'm a 5-year-old kid and you're the parent. If you insist. Yay. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Cheerfully, huh? Alright, I'm gonna go to Monica next. What the heck did you say, man? Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure? I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Oh, great job. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I just picked random words, Monica. Random words that looked pretty in the dictionary. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Really, really low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Oh, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked. Anyway, you know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I've never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry about it so much. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. Anyway, let me guess. It's going to be your poem now? Yeah, it is. Sure. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. A lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, meaning, or purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist, but when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and fall, and fall even more, gently as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and the forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back aloft, and I pick up a gust of wind. Okay. I mean, I know it seems like it's a poem about the meaninglessness of existence, and how a lot of people believe that, life has no purpose. But usually those people also say that since life has no purpose, you should make one. I don't know where this is going. I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything. Not to? Your poem was pretty much nothing but that. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. Yeah. I never really put much thought into it. No, I have a lot. I'm old enough where that's something that just kind of comes up over time. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. That's today's word, Phantoms. P for paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? I don't know. There's a few questions I would love answers for. You know, there's one thing I've noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I know humans, uh, we tend to focus on the negative ourselves. And since existence itself has its own pains, it's something that's easy for us to remember, especially since we're as an evolutionary creature. I've always been under the impression that our memories fixate on the bad things, so it helps us to survive longer in life. But it doesn't mean we also don't remember the good things, because that's what inspires us to continue living our life. We're not just creatures of survival, but creatures of life, to live, to experience. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. Yeah, I was just saying that. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or bad or okay, they'll focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Yeah, that's a thing with just feedback in general. Having released my own game, that's something that I strive to get myself, is just good feedback. Not just, hey, this is great or this sucks, but actually what works, what doesn't work. That's just how feedback works. And normal life and business life and everything. Okay, who's next? Let's do Yuri, because everybody keeps telling me to talk to Yuri. Hey, this is wonderful. Oh, she liked it. I can feel the emotion that you poured into it. Is this the result of trying what I suggested yesterday? I guess so. Maybe. I know you said to practice and stuff, but I was just picking words. You did a good job explaining, I think. I really wanted to try to give it more feeling. She swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time, I guess. She breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yeah, I figured as much. Really? Huh, I don't believe that. I really only write for myself. And some people actually believe that's actually the best way to do writing or any form of creative elements. You make it for yourself first. And if you like it enough and share it with other people, you'll vent that passion that you had for the work for yourself. Will eventually find an audience of people who are similar to yourself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Yeah, no, they wouldn't. You really think that? Even your close friends. For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri? Hi. She smiles sadly. During lunchtime, I just eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, I suppose that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing, inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people just know who made a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers, problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. Yeah, but they don't talk back. And they don't get to know you. Those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. Spacing out is you think all the time. That's not the same as spacing out. They don't make fun of my body type. I don't believe that for a second. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. I can believe that. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. And actually, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And so it can often feel like it's depressing to continue working with this stuff because of that. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this the feed dying on me here? What the heck? All right, I'm gonna hit this bounce. I might hit that. There we go. Let's bounce that. Source. Just glanced over and the feed is bouncing. I might actually have to re-upload my live stream here. Okay, and then make sure the sound is working the way it's supposed to. Okay. Okay, and then make sure the sound is back. Okay. Yeah, the audio source just died. Oh man, phantoms. This is just not good. Not good at all. How do I fix this? Man, I'm gonna deactivate it and reactivate it and see if that helps. We're back. Streamlabs, you had one job. And my live chat can't let me know it's having problems because the YouTube turned off the chat today for some reason. Oh, I can see some words though. There it is. That's what's that is. See if I can zoom in on those words. So I want to see what you have to say, Phantoms. Hey, Sin, it's great to hear from you. I'm glad you were able to make it. I had to put this on like my backup viewer on full screen, and now I can actually see words. I don't know why the live chat isn't available though. Sorry about that, Phantoms. I don't mean to have 20 minutes of a still image. Well, actually, I don't know when it gave up on me. It's Streamlabs, how dare you? Okay, anyway, let's continue, shall we? And now I can actually see what you have to say. Well, in a roundabout way. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. And it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing. I haven't really done anything. I mean, except for just talk to her. Some people need that. That's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. It's surprising how many people don't do that. Man. So it's right before it froze right before it started having the conversation with the Yuri and then the poems, huh? That's really the visual feed gave up anyway. I can tell the audio was still working. Sorry about that, Phantoms. It wasn't a problem with the hardware either. I think there was just the recording software just gave up because I checked the hardware. The hardware was fine. Weird. All right. As soon as you feel like you got everything figured out, Phantoms, for your stuff, life just goes, yeah, no, we're gonna be disrespectful. Unlike with Yuri, she thinks that's really important. I know I'm a difficult person. No, you're not. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you're always treating me just like anyone else. It's not like she has like ADHD. Inattentive type, which actually can give you daydreaming like effects and make it so you read between the lines too much. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. That's why every time I talk to you, I feel really happy. I see. Well, I'll treat you how you deserve to be treated. If other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping that I could make friends. And I would say I have had at least one success, wouldn't you? You put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? She puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem now? Oh yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. The beach, okay. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Oh, this is a long poem. Will it get gently licked at the foundation until you give it? You made me read that out loud. Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish in the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore, drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. I'm not much for poetry. I'm not quite sure how the rhymes work in here. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an innate thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other once again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing style. Or maybe our thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not as bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I agree. Thanks for sharing. Alright, last but not least, Natsuki. Oh yeah, she's coming. There she comes. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. See what you're going for. That's not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course, at least I'm trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, it's gross. It's not like I care. Cupcake girl! Punt cake. We'll call punt cake. That's not Natsuki anymore, it's punt cake. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away then? That's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I had to put up with you. Punt cake, elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, well, maybe I wouldn't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Punt cake! Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? It's called ribbing. Gentle ribbing. Or trash talking? I think it's probably a better way to say it. The other one can sound pretty bad, I suppose. And kind of ages me a little bit, I suppose. Well, maybe it's funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, she holds up her poem for me like nothing ever happened. I'll be your beach. What? How long is this? Wow, she really put a lot of words in this. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminishes your wonder over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with a bright light. Punch caking. We call that getting elbowed in the ribs. She calls it punt caking. All right. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in the sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in the footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. Oh, wow, this guy. Okay. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Yeah, I can't call that one punt kicking. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn, I suppose. Well, geez, she better not have said anything bad about mine then. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Do they actually like each other? Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. No, nothing else. At the very least, it was good practice. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Wait, hey, hold on. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen? Yeah, more ways than one, I gotta think. In your book, maybe? Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where did she run off to anyway? Thought she just went to pee. No, she went home. And I probably should go check on her. I'm sure I'm going to, and something bad's gonna happen. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling well and went home. Is that so? I hope she's all right. Yeah, seriously. Of all the times not to go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much of you two being a lovey-dovey. Wait, what? First of all, stop misunderstanding friendship. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. Well, what did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing! Going to the beach, right? That's right. Natsuki will be making pancakes. I mean cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, though? Who wants pancakes? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Like Sam and the Firefly here. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, what were you doing? Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I forgot. I'm just useless. No, that's not it. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Crap. Even I can tell. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around, huh? That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know. So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Mind is already racing. Great! It'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, the one who is truly useless. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri has a pretty heavy task to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. That's, Alright, so Monika's suggesting I spend the weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even you don't know how to bake. There's always some dirty work to give you. She mentions atmosphere. Not like Monika is going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses. I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Ghost may not like being around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that! How hard can it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses. What are you saying? It'll be meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to, Ghost to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he really hasn't gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, So I'm sure he's interested. You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Okay, who needs some help? course. In that case, see, they're all staring at me. Okay, I have no idea. I mean, I would like to make sure Sayori is okay, obviously. I could go to... Yeah, I'm thinking probably should go check on her. I'm gonna go here. I mean, if we're going to be anyone, then I probably should be helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors. But Monica said that Sayori was helping her. You really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean this to be difficult. I just mean, just think of the club, okay? Okay, so I can't actually do that. Let's see here. Decorations. And baking. I don't know. I got a feeling these are all gonna be detrimental here. I really haven't spent any time with Monica yet. I mean, I know, right? The storyline wise, I've gotten a little bit know Yuri a bit. I've gotten to know Natsuki a bit. I don't really know much about Monica in story. So maybe just Monica this time. Alright, I'll help Monica then. Yay, you picked me. Hold on a second. Yeah, Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. What? Yeah, I agree. Not only is your work already most suited for one person, but you already have Sayori. But, Ghost was the... Oh, that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president. That's not how that worked. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Okay, everybody, you're picking on her. You shouldn't let your ulterior motives interfere with your decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. I won't do as good of a job if you make me do this all alone. Yeah, that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. That means we need more people. So are you going to do the right thing, El Presidente? She's definitely pun caking now. Fine, I get it. Alright, it's technically better for me to help one of you two. Alright. I don't know. Pamphlet work is not easy work. I'm just saying. It seems like arguing for arguing's sake now. Alright, we got the cupcakes and we got the ratings. Shoot. And I know physically they're both hard work, and I don't think the game really matters so much. Alright, well, I suppose we've been punch flip work. Do I have a coin to flip it with? I don't think I do. Let me see here. I don't have a coin. I don't have a coin! Why don't I have a coin here? Alright, let me flip this thing. I got a piece of plastic here with edges. Yeah. Alright. Okay, edge side up, so I'm gonna say Yuri then. That's heads. Okay. Yuri, you get help. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? That's okay. I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. Fine, I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Well, I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. So I think your assistance would be very useful. Yeah, I could help either one of you. This isn't... Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? Well, I mean, yeah, I already said I'd be fine. Okay. Yeah, she is feeling sour. I'm sorry, little one. I know baking is just as hard. These are both hard tasks. It's not that I don't want to be helpful. It's just, I figured... I can help with the writing stuff, especially since that seems like it can be just as difficult. And either way, I flipped the coin. So is that everything we needed to get over? That should be about it. Are you guys excited then? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it. You feel the same way? Oh, I guess you could say I'm interested in how this will turn out. That's good enough for me. What about Natsuki? Natsuki, are you... What? Oh, why is everyone yelling at me? We didn't do anything. No, I know that. That's not what I meant. I'm sorry for this. I didn't really know why I got picked. And also, your punt cakes are the best punt cakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will be compared to that, so... Oh, no, I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I'm not very good at that, though. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Yeah, no. Everybody thinks she's doing bad. No, I got a thing that you two need to kiss already and make up. Whenever she's already terrible with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. Yeah, but I understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work out perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would have said at the time. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. It's not nothing. Everybody could use the help. But I'm going to say something. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of this event. I believe you. Yeah! I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for the day, so let's head out. Alright, let's get out of here. Yep, everyone packs some things, and I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Yeah? What's the matter? Sorry, I realized that I didn't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't believe that's my mind. Phone numbers, right? Yeah, phone numbers. Okay. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Oh, my place? Is that a problem? Not at all. I just thought I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. Oh, that makes more sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your place. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. Yeah, no pressure for a reason. It's not like it would matter either way, so I'll just make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way, then. I'm not nearly as creative. She's gonna cheer me up now. I think that will be a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Yeah, no. We both... Actually, it was a flip of the coin, so this is luck on your part. Oh, I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you might have chosen me. Luck. You're forgetting the one reason with most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. Thanks to herself, an extremely tense expression. You're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. You believe me now? She's thinking really hard again. You can see the steam coming out of her ears. Look at that. It's almost like boiling hot. She's just staring at me. All right, I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday! Yeah, okay, sure. I am too. This is gonna be rough, isn't it? After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. She's gonna be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I prefer to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I'm getting pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might happen when we get outside of the school? You make it sound dirty. Stop that. Stop it. She even told me she was looking forward to it. And I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and also an intimate person in general. Okay. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we'll have been texting occasionally. She's extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I've been learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club. It's not like we text each other all the time, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? At least go say hi, yeah. Yeah, go visit Sayori before Yuri comes. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach her house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. Make it sound like she lives alone. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. Why isn't there family members? Come on. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori. Ah! I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Yeah, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Her room is messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations she's had for years now. This is not what I was expecting. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly want to come over today? Aren't you supposed to be seeing Yuri today? Oh, yeah, but wait. How did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the preparations, right? Well, that's true. What about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it is just me and Yuri then, huh? Yep. Stares in a random direction. Very uncharacteristic, huh? I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you're doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. Yes, she does. Of course she does. That's no good. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. That's not how this works, lady. Can we get... Monica. We'll find out what Monica really has to say in a bit, huh? Grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you talking about? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something's happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already! Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. She gives me an empty smile. Really putting me in a trap, huh? But you're wrong. Nothing's happened to me. I've always been like this. Yeah, she's been depressed for a long time. She needs meds. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you? Guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why even eat? Make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's how I feel, and that's why I just wanted to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. No, I'm not. Yeah, it's because you're an idiot. Did she really want it so badly for me just not to think about her? But why? Why is it that you never told me? It almost feels like I've been betrayed. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I can do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. But you don't understand at all. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. Bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I want you to make friends with others. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer to people, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to hurt. And right that I don't understand. I don't understand how you feel at all, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, there's nothing at all. I used to sound like a Zorro fan. Nothing at all. Nothing happened, huh? The only thing that could have helped is if everyone could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. I made you join the club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I didn't understand. Now you came here and I made you hurt too. Yeah, no. Yeah, we gotta get her to see a doctor. Like today. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one of them. This time, I pull her into a hug. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile. And if I make friends with everyone else, then that's a bonus. But please, never underestimate. Yeah, words are hard. How much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. She isn't hugging back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, her arms remain at her sides. She sobs next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. She barely manages to speak between the sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for her is to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change, and I'll make these feelings go away. That's not really how this works. I mean, if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. Yeah, that's not really gonna help either. I don't know. Yeah, she wouldn't know. That's why you're lost in depression. She needs help. Phantoms, for those of you who are struggling with these thoughts yourselves, it's like having people like the main character here trying to be your support network does help a lot. It does. But also seeing actual help is going to be the most beneficial for you, because as much as other people want to help, you do have to realize that they can only help you try to process what you're feeling. But if they're not familiar with this thought process at all, it's a much slower and less likely chance of it healing you than seeing a professional. And that comes from me having experience with that. Both, I've been diagnosed with anxiety, so I know some mental health stuff myself, but I've also lost family members to depression. And no matter how hard you try to hug them and hold them and let them know that you care, if they're not listening, it won't matter. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are warm. And that's really scary too. And she lets go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. And it's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? Well, it is what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel them. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. Pseudo Monica's already in the chat, and she'll see what we mean by biggest lie in a bit. Yeah, and I said I lost family members to depression myself, and we tried to help, and he wouldn't. Depression is an insidious thing, Phantoms. It is one of those things where everybody can see it around you and try to give as much help as they can, but the desire to survive and want to improve has to be internal first. They have to find a strength to want to continue to improve. No amount of force can help that kind of healing. The force, though, can help in some ways, though. It can help them maybe talk to somebody to help them realize it, but it's not the same thing. Yeah, the best thing you can do is just remind somebody who has depression that you're available, that you're always there to listen and to talk, even if they repeat themselves and talk in circles. It helps them get it out of their head, because while it's in their head is when it's the most dangerous. Getting it and hearing their fears out loud is what helps the most, because then they're actually having to process it in some way, shape, or form. And the hope is, as they have a sympathetic ear to slowly talk to, they will catch on that they need that help. And if they reach out back to you, all the better. It's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and hang out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry, I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You want to stand, right? It's kind of hard for me to understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to her and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Oh, it's a nice sweater. I like that. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, you're early. I'm sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You could have just texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Oh, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be more common sense, but I did ignore that. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought lots of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I did. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Wow, there's still a lot of talking and not much dark stuff. I hope we get there soon, Phantoms. I take Yuri into my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I did clean before you came over, so... Oh, that's very considerate of you. No, I would have been really embarrassed if my room was a mess. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped. That would also be embarrassing. Well, don't go in there. I snatch her wrist, which was in the process of opening a dresser drawer of mine. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking for some reason. It just kind of spaced out. It's fine. I let go of her wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's trying to keep track of them. I'm at the tip of the iceberg. So, should we get started then? Yes. I have a few things planned that I could help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? Oh, you know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow, I didn't know you planned that far ahead. Well, of course. I want to take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of the curiosity. And for punt cakes, of course. I'm determined to provide any experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? Well, I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No. It's something that I liked about you, actually. Oh, is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax. Right, relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh, like what? Let's see. She's rummaging through her bag. She pulls out some candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be neat. What's with the wood? Oh, it's a diffuser for essential oils. Oh, that's for the... No, I'm thinking of something else. That's an incense holder. Okay, I'm not quite sure what wooden diffuser would be then. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? As the audience can now tell, I am not. Not familiar, no. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. We're gonna summon Beelzebub now. Umo Gwe Gwe Fighty Sao. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. She takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to pour through a small hole on the top. Oh, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. Don't they do that for baths? It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's how I describe it, yeah. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Enhances your mood and helps you feel them flow through your body. It feels warmer and your heart pounds. Heart pounds more heavily. Do you think that would be perfect for sharing poems? That sounds suitable to me. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion. She smiles and she's enjoying this. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. Hort. Yeah, punt cake and hort. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Life, great to see you. Not quite, no. Monday I had to reschedule due to real life stuff, and as I brought this up in the Discord that I want to do a Halloween live stream. And so I am planning on having one tomorrow, though the time slot is probably going to change. So it's tentative right now, but I wanted to get it on the calendar so people know it's coming. I would like to be able to try out Remnant 2 tomorrow as a kind of a little Halloween special. The time is tentative though, so I'll get that changed. I have a better idea when it'll actually be now, so I'll get that updated so everybody will know exactly when it is. It's either gonna be pushed to 3 or it'll start at 12. I'm finalizing that right now. Oh yeah, that would do it then. Yeah, the freezing incident in the beginning of the stream was a pain in the butt. For some reason Streamlabs decided that it was not going to show video, just show audio for a minute. It was, I don't know how long that was, probably 10 minutes worth. It was really annoying. I can't even save that part because it actually froze on Streamlabs locally, not just on YouTube. Anyway, all right, I got this over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. Okay? We'll need about 100 of them. My hand is going to be so sore after this. It was full 20 minutes. So it was like 3 minutes into the video? That doesn't... Really? I'll have to watch the replay. I didn't think it was a full 20 minutes because I don't even streaming for 23 minutes at that point. I said, I'll find out in the replay. I am so sorry, Phantoms. I said, not sure why Streamlabs hates my guts. Oh yeah. What will those be used for then? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of the ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Yeah, at least for a bit. Though I know part of the reason why it took me a bit to get the chat to know that things were going wrong with the visuals is because for some reason I don't have access to the live chat. There's supposed to be a live chat pop-up, and for some reason it's just not working. YouTube has just decided, nope, I don't want to show that today. And I don't know why it's broken. It's actually the actual live chat is down, the actual loaded field is. So I gotta actually do what I can to read this from actual live in the screen. So it's a very frustrating workaround, but it's gonna have to do. Then we can fasten the paper into the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. Yeah, I suppose it would. It may attract some to peek inside, too. That's creative. I had no idea you were so good at this. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. She's giggling. Okay. Is it just me? Is she much more relaxed when it's just the two of us? It's called flirting. Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Oh, here's a marker. You can write any character you want. Sonic. Shadow. No, wait. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. All right. What rhymes with hedgehog? No. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. So you could be a doctor too, huh? You, me, or both, huh? Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Oh, it's a very beautiful pocket knife. The silver handle has an innate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. You sure it's a pocket knife? Sounds like a switchblade. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It's fancy. Well, she looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Well, Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. All right. Thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of the craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think it's weird. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing that. It's an interesting thing to get into, I guess, but I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah. It's an intense hobby. I don't have a knife collection, though I always do have a knife with me. I carried a pocket knife, a Swiss Army knife with me, pretty much since I was 7 or 8 years old. I was raised. My dad was very big into scouting. So in the United States, we have what they call the Cub Scouts for younger kids, and then the Boy Scouts of America, which most people have heard of at least. I believe they are considered an international company, even if they are founded in the United States. They're usually heard in some other countries, and they usually are very stressed for building good character and quality in the youth in general. So I was pretty much either camping or learning something about that kind of stuff since I was a very young kid. Oh, that's kind of fun. You must have a pretty big collection then, huh? It is, isn't it? She relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. She hands me the knife with the handle facing me. She knows knife safety. All right, I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Actually, there's a shop for that. Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ooh! Hey, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. Oh, it's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no, a small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. She takes my hand and gives the wound a close look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off myself. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Okay, that got intense. Startled, I pull my hand back. Oh, sorry, forgive me. I wasn't thinking. She lowers her head and her face is burning up. Hey, that's probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? Oh, hopefully, Life, you don't mind sharing a few places you've been to then. I would love to hear more about what you collected. I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird, and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little bit. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? You know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I'll do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and I lick her index finger in return. Dude, no! Oh! Oh. Who wrote this? Did you really just do that? There, now we're even. She looked at me like I did something wrong. I knew that was a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. Yeah, that's very sensual. We'll say that. Sensual. You're so weird. She's giggling. She's calling me weird? She's sucking on my finger. I have no response for that. Where do you keep your bandages? My band-aids? I don't think I actually need one. It was a tiny, tiny cut. And so he stopped bleeding. Yo, you get a band-aid. She put that in her mouth. Okay, that's a relief. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. Cutting paper and ribbons with a straight edge is no easy feat. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. I almost said that completely wrong. Thanks. Just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? All right, let's do this. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. You're not gonna steal a bunch of my shirts for this, are you? And that's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was watercolor paint. Okay. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those? Of course not. 6 cups. Cups. Oh no, I missed that. The chat's going to go too fast. So maybe I should adjust that real quick, because otherwise, since I can't look at the normal feed, I'm gonna change the hide delay and see if that can help me out. So this is my Phantoms. You're gonna see the words on the chat last a little longer going forward, just because I gotta be able to see it on the screen. Because pretty much when you guys see it on the screen is when I'm seeing it, and then if I'm reading the screen, I might not be able to see what you're putting. Thank you very much. And just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be diluted. Okay. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use the small plastic bathroom cups rather than the full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring this back into my room. Wow, I'm doing so much reading, and we haven't gotten to the good stuff. I suppose it depends on your point of view of good stuff. Senpai, what are you doing in the washing machine? Oh man. Come on in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeves, pulling it back over her arm. Wait, did I read that right? Wait, your face is a little red. What's up? Is it too hot in here or something? Oh, no, nothing at all. There's nothing wrong. Let's make some paint. She hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets and drops them into the cups. So I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors of the sunrise, then daytime, then... Okay, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, butterfly knives, switch knives. I think some of those are actually... I think butterfly knives aren't supposed to be legal where I'm at. I think. I'm gonna double check that. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. That's a neat idea. Okay, what are you gonna write on it? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you with that. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on the opposite side so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as the color guide where we paint. Makes sense. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on the banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Oh yeah, I think butterfly combs can also be used as a hair decoration too. Oh, I'm sorry if this feels a bit too childish. Oh no, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun. Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's just something simple, like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes it feel a little bit nicer. Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, it can be hard to find that kind of knife. See what happens, Monica. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Oh, is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Sorry. Sorry. She quickly lifts my hand in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. Just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. Oh, that's not your fault. Your face. There are paints on her face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally painted you. Sorry, that's my fault. I'll get a towel. Get a small towel and you dampen it with hot water. Return to my room and kneel in front of her face. Okay, now it's your turn for the close-up, huh? I pat down her face and neck with a towel. Ah, is there something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. What? Just a little longer. It feels really nice. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty intense expression. Oh, she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, halfway through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Yeah, it's called the Jasmine. And now that you said that, I can't stop. Now I can't not see it. Yeah, it's like they're a tiny bit too far. No, they're not too far apart where it's actually bad. The color and the big intensity of her eyes hides the whiteness, so it does make it look a little wider than it should be. It does probably still need to be like a millimeter closer on both ends, but then again, everybody's face is different, so. Yuri's gentle finger, but just that's more of a illustration commentary, not a person commentary. Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrists send a tingling sensation through my arm. That's called attraction. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it would have been just a minute ago. Melted snowman! Pucker up! And watch out for that corncob pipe! Go up your nose. She slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I don't mean to space out. That's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. She picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. Did anybody close the jasmine oil? I think we're all getting we're all getting fumigated here. Save it for Ice Age. I'm gonna start saying her lines with a lisp. In Hort here. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and kind of natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. No, sorry, sorry, I had to do it. Say it like Sid. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? No, not yet. Not yet. I need to dry. It needs to dry first, anyway. Yeah, that's true. Won't it take a while, though? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here. Then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before the event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. All right, wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. The entire street for her. You say that like that's a glad thing to be over. I was wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit. Well, then like get something. You know, the actor for that actually like had food in his mouth to pull off that lisp. I might actually have to like eat something. Otherwise, I might not be able to pull it off. My tongue isn't that big. Oh, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I am too. I was a little concerned about it at the time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we'd have extra time after finishing the work. To do what? Well, she's thinking to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. I'm sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we get everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. She's gathering her things. Yuri seems to look very downcast. I can understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with a friend in a relaxed environment. That's not what she's hoping for. But that doesn't mean that this isn't the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. She's fidgeting. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, just come over. Or we can go out somewhere, okay? I forgot you don't like going out too much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful. Or, you're very thoughtful. I can't even get the list right. I need more food. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. How am I supposed to respond to that? But I didn't get a chance to, so Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori! Huh? Huh? Hi! Hey, Sayori. Just now, weren't we... It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. She's beaming. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. She's clearly embarrassed. She runs off. Apparently, that's what he's doing. I mean, it was that or punt cake. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Hey, Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over. Well, I tried to stay in my room, but my imagination was getting really mean to me, so I had to come over and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? Oh, you know how much fun you were having, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears are running down her face. That's all that matters to me. It's the unreleased DLC for Elden Ring. Yeah, this is actually Ronnie's human form. No, that'd probably be Punt Cake. Punt Cake's got that Ronnie swagger. Why am I feeling this way? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Yeah, we gotta call the cops. It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Why? Monica was right. I should just... Monica's what? Yeah, there's the lie! Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind makes it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are you scared of? Scared that I might like you more than you like me. What? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. That's enough. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slid my hand down her arm and squeezed her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? You still believe me? Yeah, that's not helping. Don't want to talk like that. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. I haven't really been playing this in a romantic way, but I got a feeling no matter what's going to happen, this is going to be bad. Though I definitely can say that the way the game is being written, this is probably how this main character feels. So I'll just go with that one. Huh? That's my true feelings. So there's no way you could... No, we're going to go right through. I'm not backtracking this, Phantoms. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. Should have realized that sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you truly are the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll be happy. Suddenly, she wraps her arms tightly around me. Is this really okay? Yeah. You'll never have to let go of me again. Now she loves me back. Or loves him. She wants to be with me forever, huh? And I got a feeling it's not what's going to happen. She's weakening her grip. What is this? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought it would be my happiest moment. Why, even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away. It's okay. It might take some time for things to get better. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be here every step of the way. Well, if I do, Bobby won't be in this run. I already know this is a long game, Phantom. In fact, I've got my streaming time is supposed to be done in 30 minutes. And I got a feeling we're going to be going over. That's all that matters, okay? I trust you. Alright, she slowly walks away. So I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date then, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about things like this right now. I want everything to be the same as it's always been. Even if we are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Alright, smiling sadly. Even when I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Are you saying that this makes you feel sad? Well, I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It feels like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. Well, that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, that's his promise. I got 90 more minutes to go. I don't think I can't fit the time frame for 90 more minutes. I mean, so you're telling me I will have to do a part 3, huh? I was hoping this would get weird for the Halloween time frame, but I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me back, but I've had so much trouble understanding her feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should do something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. She needs a therapist! She needs a licensed psychologist and probably medication. Love by itself with another person isn't enough for depression because it's an internal poison. She needs that. She needs help. Do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her, though, which means convincing her to go see her primary physician. Day of the festival, of all the days, I expect this to be the one where I'd walk to school with Sayori, but she's not answering her phone. I considered going to her house and wake her up, but that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up and take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassure her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Hey, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks, huh? They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing, huh? In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and I submitted it. So that's the one that I'll be performing. Okay. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. Dum-dum. You think that one day, on the day that's this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little bit of responsibility for her. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. Yeah, she's spying on you through the windows. Wait, what? Did Sayori really tell her about that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Easy. You don't know the whole story at all, so... Oh, don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that. Do you want to go check out the other pamphlets? They all came out really nice. Sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Hey, yeah, they did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I noticed the background music is gone, so they're purposely trying to make me uncomfortable. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during practice. What's this? It's Yuri's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out. Get out. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Yeah, that's bad. What's this? Reading the poem. Yep, hit in the stomach. What's wrong? Nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything she's written before. Yeah, like she didn't write it. But more than that, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Yuri. Ah, well, all right. Try not to take too long, okay? Yeah, leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna trip and fall. Yeah, he's sprinting. How far away is home? Is that a mile run? They never tell you how far it is. Get out of my head! Get into my car. Oh no, wait, that's a song. Try it a little bit harder. It's not a big deal, at least, to wait for her or wake her up, or even simple gesture of walking her to school makes her feel really happy. And besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. It's all she needs and what I want to give her. He reaches the house and knocks on the door. They don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Giggity. See, all right. Yeah, no parents. Yeah. Yeah, waking her up in her own house is really something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it feels right. I knock on the door. No, dummy, wake up. Yeah, I'm reading fast because, yeah, I got a feeling we know what's going to happen next. Open the door. Yeah. An exception, sir. What? What? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. She wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep, here's the weird stuff. And yep, I'm kind of familiar with this. What did you do wrong? Said. Tell me how painful it was for others to care about her, then why did I... Because confessing to somebody and let them know that, like this, when it comes to depression, it's not how it works. Not telling them you care isn't going to help. I swear my thoughts keep telling me everything. Yeah, I'm not good they would let me actually go and go check on her beforehand. Could have prevented this. Sure, the festival. Yeah. This is not some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough, and now I carry this guilt with me until I die. Been there, done that. I still couldn't do what she needed of me, and now I can never take it back. Probably because you just found her dead, too. Never, 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 never. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. I know, it's a tough concept, but it's a tough thing, and I am making light of the situation only because, well, I've been there. And now it's time to get weird. 30 minutes to go, phantoms! See an annoying girl running over to me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious. That girl's... My neighbor and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you've never... Yeah, okay. You've already heard this part before, right? I'm not going to read this twice. However, I saw in China top crosswalk and let her blah, blah, blah catch up with me. Yep. And now the game crashes. It's Norris. Mornings are usually the worst, but surrounded by couples and friends groups coming together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join clubs. Perfectly content just to get by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, okay, we've already been that. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Yeah, clubs. 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 Yep. Totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. She smiles sweetly. We don't know each other. Well, we barely talk, but we're in the same class last year. She was probably the most popular. Yeah, we did this one here. So, definitely getting weird, huh? Basically completely out of my league. She has a smile, so gently, and it feels a little... What'd you come here for? Looking for supplies to use in the club, huh? You know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I could go check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Oh, she was a debate club person, huh? Oh wait, I think I remember that before. Yeah, I remember mentioning liking the politics of the other clubs. Feels like things like arguing about budget. Yep, I remember that. I'd rather enjoy personally special, making something special. Yep, I remember her talking about that before. Club have I joined? Oh no, she's starting a new one. That was weird. That sounds kind of dull. How many members you got so far? There's only 3 of us, huh? It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds boring. Well, I can see that. Not boring at all, though, right? It could be anything. Reading, writing, poetry, murder. But, yeah, I got a feeling she was murdered. I mean, one of the members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Ooh, really? It's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. That's because it is. I mean, she's not wrong. Besides, a member's a member. Did Monica say she? Yeah. Because now the main character's a pervert and he doesn't have any friends that are women. You looking for a club to join? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. All right, let's play along, shall we, Phantoms? Let's play along and move faster. Do you have a chance? I don't know you well enough to do a favor. Yeah, visit my club. Sure. No reason to refute. You can. You just say no. I guess I can check it out. That's the sauce. All right. Let's go talk to Punt Cake again. Okay, shall we go? You're more important. I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. All right, she's back, and she better get. I didn't even get to see what they look like. Okay, the words are escaping me. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So you say, okay, let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend. What? Girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Punt Cake. There's one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student anyway. This guy's a jerk. Okay, we're back to jerk main character. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as useful, and that's Yuri, the vice president, who appears to be timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Does this mean I gotta go backwards? We just learned enough about these people already, so it's not like it continues. Punt Cake Girls here! Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? I was going to, Oh, sorry, I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I'll make some tea, all right? That would be great. Oh, yeah, now we don't get the cute cupcake. So now she's not Punt Cake Girl anymore. She doesn't punt the cake. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the center of the room and opens a chest. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. It still feels awkward. Okay. Yeah, there's nobody to actually lighten the mood. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure to make you feel right at home, okay? Okay. So how are you gonna do that without Sayori, huh? Murderer? I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard starting a club. You could put it that way. Well, it's also hard just to keep a club going when everybody dies. Not many people are very interested in putting it all out in the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention. Yeah, we learned this the first time around. Kind of hard for me to want to read all the words when most of this is the same. Except for, obviously, we're missing a member. It should be right here. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right? Yeah, I guess. She reluctantly agrees, all of the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two people. Get her teacups. Keep a whole tea set here. Yep, teacher gives us permission. Probably has a electric tea kettle in here, I'm assuming. Uh-huh. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not it. She looks insulted. I meant that. Oh no, I believe you. Tea and reading must not be a pastime for me, but I enjoy it. Yep, we had that interaction before. Yeah, manga. Ooh. Yeah, not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking it. Yeah. Anyway, what about you? Let's see. Her favorites are novels with deep, complex fantasy worlds. I remember that. Yeah, I noticed that when in the settings, if I go to settings right now, Phantoms, and I hit the exit Doki Doki Literature Club, they have a pseudo fake computer. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Before we log off for the day, I'll show you that. This is I think they apparently said they added that to this version of the game so they could. They added this version of the game so then that way people on consoles can actually still do all the side steps you would not have to do in the original version of the game. Level up creativity and craftsmanship. Yep, I remember her saying she'd like that. Passionate about reading. Yep. Yep, and when she talks about reading, she gets hyper focused. Reminds me of my wife Honk. The Incredible Honk, that's her call sign. Stories with deep psychological elements immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination? You've been reading lots of horror stories lately? I was waiting for her face and I transformed there for a second. I expected that from you, Yuri. It's such a personality. Oh, is that so? If the story makes me think, I can't put it down. Yep, surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. Ugh, I hate horror. Why is that? He darts over to me. Never mind. All right, I think we need to know more about you this time around. Yeah, see, thank you for coming live. I said, I don't think sounds like I'm not going to be able to even finish this story in this live stream, which makes me frustrated. And I don't know if it'll be enough for another full stream. I'll have to figure this out. What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called... All right, fine. What was it? Yeah. Why don't I hear the name of it? I can't remember what it was. I want to see it. You wouldn't like poems. Oh, you're not very confident what you do. All right. This is how we're gonna start doing the poem writing. Later. For those of you just leaving. All right. The truest form of writing is writing itself, huh? Okay. I remember you mentioning that. Is this how we're gonna get into the writing projects again? I'll set it quietly. Hey, I got an idea. How about this? Looks quizzically. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right. We'll start finding activities for all of us to participate together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. And now that we have a new member... Yeah, is this where he's gonna say, I haven't agreed to join the club yet? Yeah. Monica convinced me to stop by. Yeah, now they all look disturbed. I'm sorry. Yeah, hump. Harump. I guess I need to tell you the truth. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. Don't find one before the festival. Well, then why did you kill the last one? All right. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when they're like this? I feel terrible for letting everybody down. Yeah, okay. I'll join in the literature club. Okay, we're back where we started. Okay. So I have to play through another 3 hours of this just to see this thing get weird. All right. Super pissed punt cake here. We've now official club. All right. Okay. Ending today's night on a good note. Write a poem, huh? I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Tee-hee, huh? Yeah. Alright, meanwhile the girls are chit-chatting as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Can't wait. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Yuri, and of course Monica. No, you're missing one. It's supposed to be right here. Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer. Alright, I need to make the most of my circumstances and good fortune will come my way. Yeah, no, it won't. You have unlocked a special poem. Yes, I'll let it... Oh. And yeah, they had to make her bleed crying blood. Okay. Now, I suppose the question is, should I try becoming friends with Punt Cake now? Or keep going down the friendship route with Yuri? Or I was just kind of picking words that would just kind of strike my fancy, so I suppose I can just keep doing that. Laugh. Unrestrained. How about awesome? Yeah. Extraordinary. Adventure. Determination. Daydreams. Charm. Okay. Agonizing. Yeah, because we're missing a member. Together. Headphones. Contamination? How about rain cloud? Infinite. Infinite rain clouds, so somebody's missing. Sensations. I don't even know what that word is. Effulgent. I should probably look that up at some point. How about nightgown? Existence. I have questions about the misfortune that happened here. And I'm pouting because of all the misfortune. And about my childhood friend. There we go. Now it's getting weird. Alright. Yeah, see? It didn't matter if I saved. They removed it. Hello again. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. I got to investigate what happened to Sayori. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Yeah, sure you do. All right, I was the last one in, so everybody's already... Whoa! Okay. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Makes you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. That was a fun way to... Kind of looked like a mermaid swimming in, didn't she? Deserves it. Come on, he doesn't deserve any slack. You already had to be dragged in here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to come here and hang out or whatever, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Hey, you're in the way! I can't even read! Hi, Monica! Finds yourself stuck between the words Monica and manga. Mangaka! It's mangaka! Mangaka, Punk Cake, and Hjort. No, it's Sid, right? We were talking about Sid the Sloth. Hjort the Sloth. Manga is literature. Bangeku. Swiftly defeated, she plops down in her seat. I'm sorry. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Nasuka with a disappointing glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, Can't say no either way. Like I said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that. How about a reading club, right? If you don't want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. It's not that. I just want to try to be part of the club, right? I don't read, so let me read something. Just feel like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started or something like that. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so keep its attention span. Yep, I remember that from last time. Discuss it if you want, huh? Yeah. Yep, I'll read it. Phew. Yeah, read it at your own pace, and then she wants to tell me about it. Yeah, it was Sayori that handled that part. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I cannot. And the music's getting creepy on purpose because there's no Sayori. Meanwhile, Natsuka's rummaging in the closet. Can we go see what Natsuka's doing then? So she's reading the same book she lent me, huh? Or the she seemed to be on the first few pages. I think she knows I'm looking at her. She sneaks another glance. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I just spaced out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book, then? When I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear it. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story. Is it about friends who go missing? Is that so? What's the story about then? Well, she looks at the cover of the book. The book doesn't cover The Portrait of Markov. I got a feeling it's actually a real book. Now I'm curious. The Portrait of Markov. I'll write this down so I can take a look for it. Portrait of... Oh, here it is. Markov. Here you go. Oh! Whoa! Okay. A poker game, huh? Okay. I'm gonna have to double check that. Maybe that's about something we'll be looking into when we do the last part of this game, since I know we're running out of time. Almost looking eye symbol on the front cover. Yeah, I just noticed that. It's about a religious camp that was turned into a human experimental prison playing poker, right? People trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting... Whoa! Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book. The book. Nothing about the limbs. That's kind of a dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. You're not a fan of the scary thing, right? Oh, it's not that. I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. Well, I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Yeah, that's not the stories, the kind of reading she was into before. I mean, yes, horror, but not something so dark. So she's shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless. And that does not sound like her. You think so? Then suddenly, wait. Oh, I'm rambling. Not again. I'm sorry. I don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then. But it feels like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I want to eat the blood of the innocent. No, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. Just means you're passionate about reading, right? The least I can do is listen. Uh-huh. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it. I didn't even see what that turned into. I mean, you don't have to, but What? Wait, what are you saying? Let me just get to the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. All right, if it's fine if I sit here. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Now she's panicking. Yep, are you sure? Seems a little apprehensive. Yep. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just that something I'm not used to. Yeah, not used to couples reading. That is reading in the company of somebody. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her pressure over my shoulder as I read. Not a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was bathing in the light of the innocent. No, Yuri, you like to apologize a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to. Yeah, I can tell that somebody's trying really, really hard to make her seem like she's like spouting demonic presence and talking here. So slid my desk into until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yep, she holds her own copy, and once we lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I had to use my right arm to hold it open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. And now she's doing it. Yep. And now you hug her and you do the lean. Yep. Did the same thing with my right arm on the other side of the book. Then that way I can turn a page and Yuri slides her thumb after it flips to her side. And holding like this, we're huddled closer together than before. It's very distracting. It's as if I can feel the warmth of her face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. You mean I, because Sid's other eye's on the other side. I didn't know how I'd be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Oh, I just realized the picture updated a little bit. I'm not used to that. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, it assumes that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. I've actually read a book in combination like this, where we've snuggled up to read a book together, and one of us would read to the other. It is interesting. My thumb gently lets go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me a little bit of you. Yeah, the main character of the horror story who's going to die is you. I don't relate to this person at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, not the mindless limb slaughter. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? She puts her hands on her chest as if she's feeling her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yeah, those uniforms are probably really hot. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yeah, she gave me the paranoid Sid the Sloth look. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. Nothing? Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just says that sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Oh, shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we should get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Alright. Alright, let's do Natsuka first. Punt Cake! We're gonna talk to Punt Cake! I told Natsuka I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Are we gonna get... That's a little blunt. Excuse me! It's not like I said it was bad. It's just that it doesn't evoke any emotions. So, basically, it's not cute enough. You wanna get smacked? I'll pass. Anyway, I just need to show you mine now. Not like you'll like it. I remember this one, yep. They didn't change the words for that, huh? Interesting. I was expecting them to have some of the words changed to make it creepier. We're gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it, huh? Because everyone in high school thinks that writing is all about sophistication and stuff. People don't even try to take my writing seriously. The Punt Cake is back! And she's got that sassy swagger. But isn't the point of poems to make people express themselves? Here, yeah. Exactly, yep. I don't want to read all this over because we I read most of this, not wrote it. I read most of this already. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be disturbing, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, but on the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Yeah, yours usually has more rhyme than others. So you did, yep. That's what I mean to be a pro. I'm a pro, kid. Punt Cake is the pro. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I don't think she's actually the youngest here. I mean, the youngest compared to me, I suppose. I'm almost 40. Okay, Monica, you're up next. Are you gonna start talking in devil language too? Having a good time? Yes, good to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities, how ways to do better, she's listening. I don't think you really are. Anyway, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring these things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow. Share your poems. Aha, don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today. Yep, okay, what's your poem? Is it different? That's what she said for the last poem before we restarted. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I did expect you to go for something this deep. This is exactly what we said in the last day. What? Are we getting right into the last end of the loop already? The time in her home, that she probably an interesting place for her, but that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she used to being indulged like that, so she must really be starved for social interactions. I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think she's getting too stimulated. She ended up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Yuri! And she's back. Did I miss anything? Not really. We all started sharing poems. Oh, already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem then. All right. Yes, I want to read your poem. Is it different than last time, though? You already started sharing the text like this is the last loop of the story. Yep. Okay, let me see it. Hole in the wall. Others in the room? Are they... Wait, this does look different. Are they talking? Are they simply... Just sprawling of the tears, the room becomes... Oh. Yeah, this is like a part 2 of the other one. Interesting. Freeform, yep. Ah, it's okay. Yeah, that is a continuation of the first time she wrote a poem. Uh-huh. What's my inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit, huh? Okay, yeah, that's the same. Okay. Veronica sip of the day. Thanks. Okay, this sounds better. Yep, that's I remember this part. Interesting. Okay. Alright, now we're on to Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten up. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that part out loud? He's gonna hate me. No, I really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. It's okay. Yep. I guess you're right. But why am I getting nervous for? Takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experiences do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Oh, so it is assuming that I continue my knowledge loop as a character, huh? It's a huge compliment, huh? It's actually my first time. He blankly then looks at my poem again. Well, I knew that. I just meant she trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there was a specific writing habit that usually typical for new writers. Yeah. I remember. Yep, I remember her talking about that stuff there. Yep. Okay. Okay, I remember this part. So it did lead into it at the beginning, like it was like there was a carryover from the previous save. Okay. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I really hope that it gives you some variable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Never mind, I shouldn't be talking to people like that. Sorry. Yep. Mind if I read your poem? Yes. Smiles dreamily at the opportunity, which is funny. After all, this is supposed to be a literature club. Okay, this looks the same. This one hasn't changed. Monica's did. You have beautiful handwriting. Or a printed paper. I was thinking that at all, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yep, that's the same. Alright, it wasn't too short, it wasn't too long. Okay. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild, something easier to digest. Are you into ghosts? Uh-huh. And it's not actually into ghosts. Poems are especially feelings, thoughts, and emotions. Yep, I remember this part. Okay. In this case, perhaps the subject of a poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, like phantoms. Yep, I remember we talked about that in the last live stream. I remember that! I haven't even thought of that. Let's just press it. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I am going to have to go through multiple days with dialogue still, huh? If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you, huh? Yes, of course. This is all looking very similar. I keep doing my best for you, huh? Okay. Phew! Alright, that's everybody. Glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. Mediocre writing abilities, but they're all being nice, but can't. Yeah, and then music's going weird because this is when I would have met up with Sayori to help with the stuff with the art across the room. Monika's writing something in her notebook. Her eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read, I watch their expressions change. They're mad. She smiles. What's with this language? He turns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Or it's just cute. How can that be cute? It can be written cutely. Okay, we're back to this again, huh? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. You two are both established writers. You can stop yelling at each other. It's okay. Yep, here we go. We're back to this. Yep, here we go. Okay. You know what? Yep, we're back to this conversation. I didn't miss this one. Whoa! Oh, yeah, they're dropping B words now. Whoa! Ooh. Yep, they're dropping it. They're dropping all of it. Yep. Whoa! guys. Didn't get to read what the black text said. I got a feeling whatever got the Sayori got the Yuri. I'm gonna see if we can investigate that more. Whoa. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Can I pick in the middle? Hi, Monica. Can you move, please? Hey. Why don't we step outside for a bit, okay? Yeah, but it'd be better if we stay outside of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Yeah, some president am I, huh? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to do a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never had it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Yeah, because you're supposed to be the, supportive side character. That makes you want to spend less time with the others. That's fine. I'll happily spend some time with you instead. She runs out of the classroom. Oh, and then she runs away. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. She's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. I didn't mean it. I believe you. I had no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki or did. Please don't hate me. I'm not like this. If there's something wrong with me today, it's fine. We know you didn't mean it. So I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow, completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I am vice president. Please let me take care of that responsibility. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I don't get much of a chance as this my bulk yet. It would be just embarrassing with you listening. I guess I didn't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Okay. That got weird. I didn't even get to read the end of the day. Okay. Well, I'd like to hear do a little bit more time with you, Phantoms, to hear what's going on, but sadly, that's going to have to be it. I am over time as it is, and I am so kind of mad that YouTube messed up my chat, so I can't even see what's going on. So, we'll call that for today, Phantoms, and I'll have to do a part 3 so we can finish this stuff here, and we'll start the part 3 with showing you this part, which is the metaverse desktop experience they have. So we'll start with this part, and then we'll go on and finish the story. So I haven't really played around with this section yet, and I'm excited to try that with all of you, Phantoms. So something to look forward to for all of us. Epic punk cake fight. It's gonna get more epic. I know it's going to, Sid, and I'm excited to see what happens next. So stay tuned for that. We'll make sure we do a part 3 coming up soon. Until the next time we meet up, Phantoms. Good day, good night, and I will see you all later. Yep. There is a new version. This is the Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. We'll talk more of that later.